hamster.
What's up you guys, welcome to a new vlog. It's gonna be a beautiful day, it's so nice out here in Southsea. Let's get into some awesome edits. Oh, how did you guys get here? Another successful meeting, very nice indeed. Can't wait to work with these new clients. It's been a busy 2018 guys. Hope it has been for all of my old personal trainer friends as well. Can't wait to progress, it's gonna be amazing. Gym sessions later on. Just about to go to Beckett's and grab some food. New menu, they've just started doing like a deli brunch thing. I'll pop on the screen if you guys want to come check it out. If you're in the Southsea Portsmouth area in the UK, super awesome. I'll show you guys what we get. Look at that.
I need a freezer, whip it up, back beater. I can't believe I wanted you.
Oh, you guys are everywhere today. Right, grabbing a couple of bits for my mate who's a barber. I'll show you guys that barber's in a second because it's very good. And I would recommend it, just like I recommend a lot of things.
I'm very fond of trees.
Well, we could survive without trees because we all originate from trees. Trees are our ancestors. Yes.
See you guys in a minute.
No, my form's going a bit odd.
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah. Moving on to 165 for 8 reps is my rep range for today because that'll be a new PR. I'm trying to beat it. We'll see how we get on. I don't know how it's going to move because that last set I lost count and I haven't had a chance to look back at the clips yet. So. That's why I should always train squats right. Don't try and cheat at reps, because I'm not strong enough. How's that peach looking? Looking peachy. Look like a Gymshark girl.
No, you need the leggings, mate.
4 sets, 12 to 15 reps. It's all about pump today.
I'm gonna crump.
That was easy, bro. There's his appearance. Yeah, tell me about legs.
Legs, just gotta train them, man.
How often?
Twice a week,
Twice a week minimum.
Yeah. This guy's a real deal, man. Fucking like, I've been training for what, 2 years?
Try it.
Fucking just like, I mean, I've been training for 4 years and he's been outlifting me on all the stuff. Like he's been benching.
It's all genetics,
like,
guys. It's all
squatting
genetics.
as well.
I'm just
Yeah.
lucky. I'm just lucky. In a bit, man. Smashed out a lovely hack squat, superset with a leg extension for 20 reps on each, rotating between, and it was killer, man. I swear down. You guys should give that a go. We didn't film any content. I'll see you guys after the workout. We're just gonna finish off this leg session. I'll pop on the screen what we did so you guys can have a little look. See you guys after the workout. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that little portion of the workout. My legs are feeling good. We stretched for like a good half an hour, so we're feeling pretty tasty. Battery on the camera's about to die, so we're gonna grab some food, head back to the house. I'll show you guys a bit of the house.
Let's just say this guy did a backflip after training legs.
Oh yeah, I'll put it in the little boomerang.
What the beep?
I don't want to be that guy that like puts things on YouTube.
Put it on, mate.
So I just put it in. I just put it in. Let's have a look. Oh my word. Making progression, feeling super awesome. As you can see, this place is coming together very nicely. I didn't really get to film a time lapse of everything and do like a really cool edit, so I sort of apologise about that, but I've been so stressed with moving in and everything else is just one small element of moving. So anyway, so happy. Finally in the new house. I can't wait to start training in here. Alright everyone, so I hope you enjoyed that little montage of getting the gym set up. It's almost there. It is not the following day, but the day after. We're in the office getting things set up. It is coming together. There is sort of all sorts of dog hair on this lens. I apologise. Let's have a look. Okay, so packaging orders, guys. The first thing to think about when it comes to packaging orders is how we get them in. We have multiple revenue streams that come for the business, and one of the sales streams and sort of funnels that we have to get our sales in is from people that know exactly what I do, people that promote what I do with the company, people that see me around the gym. Instagram, Snapchat, other social medias people contact us from, complete strangers, people that have seen the brand online, things like that. We spend a lot of money on advertising just to be able to get the brand out there, and it takes a lot of time, consistency and patience. Something a lot of people don't really tend to think about is when you go to starting up a brand, the first thing to consider is oh, let's just buy a bunch of stock and flip it and make some profit, right? That's a get rich quick scheme. That's what a lot of people tend to go for. And I did many years ago, and I've sort of learned from that now. So understanding on how to build a brand and understanding on where you need to invest your money and where you don't need to invest your money is the first thing to consider. Two of the main sort of things I slipped up on in the beginning when I first started my clothing company years ago was actually buying a bunch of stock in the same size. You got people that are all shapes and sizes. At the end of the day, there's no point in just buying like a very limited range of sizing. The bigger your range of sizing and also the colors, then the more opportunity you have of selling to more people. It's as simple as that. The hardest thing to predict though is how much stock to get of each size. Now that happens with any company. I'm not trying to preach to you guys like I know exactly what I'm talking about because I'm learning along as I go, but I'm enjoying the process, and I think a lot of people end up tripping themselves up and spending money on things they wouldn't necessarily would have thought they should have spent money on. I buy things sometimes and I think to myself, oh, I shouldn't have got that, oh, that was a bit of a waste of money, or I didn't need to spend that money. Yet that's one of the key problems for a lot of people is they end up going out spending a lot of money on things but they weren't actually ready, because they see other people doing it, they see people building the stepping stones. They're like, right, I'm gonna get branded bags, or I'm gonna get delivery boxes with my logo on it, or I'm gonna buy all sorts of unnecessary things that if people are supporting a small business, they're not gonna expect the standard to be that high. Now there's a very fine line, okay, between being different and being better than everyone else, okay, and there's also a very fine line between going too far for what people expect and people not acknowledging it, okay? So I'm gonna give you an example right now. So the way I package my clothing is I get the orders in, I package them myself, okay? I put the sizings in, I put whatever product it is, you know, into a packet and how it would be as the customer is gonna receive it, and then I put them all in boxes ready to go out for orders. They're split into sizes, they're split into colors, they're split into the different types of products and stuff like that. It takes about 2 to 3 days for us to manage all of our stock that comes in. Obviously this is only a small bit of inventory. You guys can see in the background here, there is more stock in the building, and there's also lots of samples that we get coming in regularly just to be able to try and stay fresh and up to date with, you know, the stock and the content and stuff like that. And there's just so many elements to the business. Now that is a lot of effort for little return. If you think about the margin that you can make on clothing, it's very high risk. And a lot of people don't really consider that, but it is. For example, you've got your delivery charges if you've got an external provider, like we've got an external manufacturer. These boxes are just storage boxes. We work with companies out in Turkey, India, Portugal, Pakistan, all these different manufacturers for different types of products. There's all sorts of hidden costs in running a business like in terms of the clothing industry you probably wouldn't even think of. You know, for example, your VAT on delivery when it comes to the country, your packaging costs, your marketing. Think about the amount of money I've spent on trying to just get the brand out there. You know, think about the amount of free clothing I've given out to people just to be able to try and get this this brand out there, you know? And it really is very high risk, and there's little reward in the beginning. You've got to really build up, and I'm in the process of building that, and I'm going to share that with you guys along the way. So I'll probably do more videos like this. I always like to put a little section in so you guys can have a little preview as to what's going on with the business, but I don't want to bore you if you're not interested. So it's a very, very tough industry to get into. It's something that I'm trying to tap into at the moment. People probably think about, you know, what is Harley selling, who's he selling it to, what's his market, what's his customer base, how's he branding, stuff like that. Because I'm building up as we go, I hope that you guys watching the channel want to invest in the company also. I want you guys to buy the brand. I want you guys to see what I'm doing with the company and to be like, Harley, I like what Harley's doing, I like what he stands for, he's passionate about fitness, and I want to be part of something. So if you guys see that and you enjoy it, then you can get this stuff. You just have to message me on Instagram. It's not available on the website right now because I haven't actually sorted anything out in terms of the website. It's just me doing everything. So my day-to-day, a typical day-to-day for me is doing clients throughout the day and evening. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at Workout Coach. So then work clothing is completely separate. That's a whole other avenue of business that I'm trying to tap into. Now, originally, I've made some mistakes along the way in terms of how I brand the company and how I set things up and get the word out there and stuff like that. I've given out a lot of free clothing. I've given out a lot of you know, leaflets and posters and like business cards and all of this stuff costs money. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, yeah, all of this stuff costs so much money. And when you think about it, it's a very high risk industry to go into. So if you guys are watching this video and you're a young person, you've got yourself maybe $1,000, you think to yourself, right, I'm gonna go and buy 500 shirts and put my logo on them. It's not as simple as that, and it's actually really high risk. I would invest that money somewhere else. I actually had a friend of mine that wanted to do exactly that, and I purposely said to him, from my experience, I've been trying to do clothing for a very long time, and it's very tough. But I've started to sort of understand how the industry works, and I'm trying to be smart about the way I take my approach. But it is very, very, very risky. So if young people, men, women, whoever you're watching, or older people that have a lot more experience than me, if you guys have anything that you want to say to me, like to give me a bit of help, support along the way, I'd really appreciate it if you guys can comment in the description below, whatever. I would really appreciate it. Any feedback would be great on how I can sort of get better at what I'm doing. Constructive, I don't want you guys to break my heart. But yeah, no, I hope you've enjoyed this little section. I'll pop a little time lapse in now so you can see me prepping some of the orders. I can't show you everything, but I'll show you a little bit along the way. I'm going to work out at some point today in this vlog, so I'll see you guys in a bit.